This is what's sad about having ADD. You start looking around for things to think about because your mind just doesn't want to stop. Your mind is like so desperate for attention. It just, anything that it sees, it's like, oh, hey, new subject, let's talk. That whole thing about like when you see a squirrel and dog sees a squirrel, it's like, oh, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Yeah, you guess what? Human mind with ADD is the same way. Uh, it's one of those things that you can't you just can't focus. Okay, I can tell you one thing though: when you have ADD and then you have OCD, like I do, oh boy, hey, it's a lot of fun. I can tell you that. Because here's the problem: the ADD keeps you going and jumping subject to subject to subject to subject to subject to subject. But then now and then, the old OCD comes in and says, hey, by the way, that subject is a really fun subject. Let's spend the next hour and a half burying that subject and boring the hell out of everybody else around you. So that would be the problem with OCD, okay? For people that don't know what that means, I'm just reaching out to the audience here. That is obsessive compulsive disorder. Means that you can't stop thinking about one specific thing. You are just obsessed with it. You just, there's some people that have it really bad. Like, if you ever seen As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson, that's what really bad OCD is like. Okay? But I think that I don't have that. But I do have the one problem where if I'm really passionate about something, I can't stop talking about it. I mean, you know, my poor wife, God bless her, but there's some times where, it's probably like fingernails on a chalkboard when I'm talking, because it's the same subject and it just, it's like 10 minutes ago was the same subject, 10 more minutes, the same subject. Tomorrow morning it's the same subject. Like the whole week is the same subject. God only knows if something changes. If it does change, it's like a damn miracle. It's like Jesus Christ came back, okay, and like raised his hand and it was like blessing the land or something. Anyways, so yeah, having ADD and OCD just really sucks. Okay, it ain't the easiest thing to deal with, and I can tell you for a fact that if you happen to drink a little bit of caffeine, like a little bitty shot of caffeine, you will go off the rails. It is like literally watching a paint shaker shake somebody up. You will be up and down and all over the damn place like crazy. You mean, I can tell you that, when I have like a can of NOS, which by the way, bad idea if you really have ADD, because you will never stop talking. You will just keep talking. But, isn't that funny? I'm doing the same thing I'm saying right now. I'm just keep talking and talking and talking, and I'm making no sense whatsoever. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody will be, look at all you guys in the crowd over there, you all falling asleep. You got drool all over the floor. You got a lake forming over there, buddy. Anyways, yeah, it's one of those things. It just, there's not enough medication in the world for ADD and OCD. You'd have to have, let me think for a minute. Quick diversion here. The pharmaceutical companies, they love the word ADD. They know that shit gonna sell pills like candy. Man, you can be like Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory and eating all that damn pills up. But anyways, I'll tell you that. Anyways, uh, hey, by the way, did anybody think I made any sense whatsoever? No? No? Well, hell, I put half of you guys asleep anyways. Probably didn't know what I'm talking about. I mean, if I were to fart or something, you guys might start laughing. But, that's okay. Yeah, I can try, Give me some credit, okay? Just a little bit of credit. Anyways, oh, good lord. But, yeah, it ain't easy having mental problems. Um, but then again, it can kind of be fun sometimes. Sometimes your mind just goes, just flies around like a little bird in a room that got out of its cage. Just circling around, losing his feathers along the way, which is your sanity literally chipping away. But anyways, well, let me correct that. It's not just your sanity that's chipping away; it's your family too. You know, they're probably over in the corner over there, cowering down, looking at you like, is this guy gonna like stop or anytime soon? Is he gonna grab a knife? What are you gonna do? But anyways, yeah, I just figured I'd tell everybody, what's like having ADD. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. And it sure as hell ain't easy having OCD either. I tell you that. It ain't fun at all. Um, on that note, I suddenly got the munchies. And no, I have not had THC yet. I do take it at night sometimes, but no, yeah, I can confirm, yes, yes. Just for everybody in this crowd right here, THC, oh yeah, makes you hungry. You could probably eat a whole damn book, and you wouldn't even think it tastes like crap. You probably would think that there was a big old sandwich from Subway. And by the way, I'm giving Subway way too much credit. Their sandwiches ain't that great, okay? You know what? If you're gonna do a sandwich, go to Jersey Mike's. I know Danny DeVito in the commercials. They're funny as hell, by the way. Poor Eli Manning, he's taking over for Danny DeVito, and Danny DeVito's getting all insulted by it. It's just a commercial, by the way. It's not real. But, anyways, back to my point. Which, by the way, I just lost the point because I went off on another tangent. And when I go off on another tangent, I can't come back to the tangent I had before. Or if I do, it usually takes about another 10 minutes before I come back to it, okay? So, anyways, if I've lost all you guys over there, don't worry about it. It probably will never come back. You will not have to worry about it. You're never gonna hear it again. At least not in this time slot. You're not gonna hear shit. Oh, anyways. So, yeah. I was gonna talk about something else, but seeing that it's 5:30, my ass is getting tired. That energy drink that I had earlier is wearing off. It don't last long for me, especially when I expend a lot of energy talking. Okay, I mean, I probably lose weight just talking. Okay, it's like being on a treadmill, and running and huffing and puffing. But you know what? You're huffing and puffing because you're talking so much you can't even catch up your breath. Okay, you can't even catch up. So, anyways, yeah, haven't died, everybody. It's been fun. Uh, Maybe my insanity will continue tomorrow. We don't know yet. Uh, Depends on what happens. We'll have to see. Okay, I can't guarantee anything. Um, you know, you gentlemen over there asking me if I'm gonna stop taking my pills so I make things more funny. You have no idea what will happen if my pills are not in my system. In fact, I don't know what will happen either. I don't even trust myself. So, the idea of not taking my pills tonight or tomorrow and seeing what happens, bad idea. Okay? No, not gonna happen. No way. So you can sit your ass down and just be satisfied with what I told you, okay? Have a good day.